Okay.
Alright, Jack.
Hello! Hey! Great! You know, cards go back for centuries. And they even wrote stories about certain cards in a deck of playing cards. One of the most famous to ever come out was Alice in Wonderland with the Queen of Hearts. And she was a mean old woman. All she'd do is run around, up with their heads, up with their heads, you know. It was terrible. And the people finally got mad and decided they're going to do away with her. And she found out about it and scared her to death. She says, what am I going to do? I got to get out of here. I'll go to England. I'll go to London. I know people in London. I'll go to 10 Downing Street. I know the bunch there too. Maybe I better send a little gift, you know, just to be nice. So she shipped all this stuff to London, and it arrived in London at 10 Downing Street. And they opened the letter and said, well, she is the Queen of Hearts. We should do something about it. Maybe we can hide her someplace until we can find these people who are trying to do her in and do something about it. And then they opened this package, and there was this gorgeous little jewel box. Oh, I have it right here. A lovely little jewel box. And when they opened it up, there was absolutely nothing in it. It was empty. It says, what's this all about? And they closed it. And a little voice came out and said, open it again. They sort of looked around a little bit. But this time they opened it, and there was the Queen of Hearts. Wow. Well, they started thinking, now what are we going to do with her here? We can't keep her here. There's too many people coming in and going out all the time. Somebody said, call Holmes. Call Sherlock Holmes. They got him on the phone. They explained what happened to the Queen of Hearts. And they came right down. He and Watson were right down to 10 Downing Street. They put him in a private room. And they told him all about the Queen and the trouble she was in. And they said, now, you take her home and don't let anybody see her. Hide her away. In fact, we will make up a story why you were here today. It won't have anything to do with the Queen of Hearts. So he palmed her. He loved magic. Anyway, they went home to Baker Street. And when they got there, Holmes says, you know, I have a picture frame. Maybe I can put her in that. Oh, wouldn't you know, it's right here. How lucky for me. So he opened it up and unlocked it, and he placed the Queen inside the frame and closed the door, and he double locked it. So there she was. And they set it up on the mantelpiece, and after a while Holmes said, you know, Watson, you better turn her around in case Mrs. Hudson comes in to do some house cleaning or something. So he picked the thing up, you know, and he turned it around, and he sat it back on the mantel. And a little while later, he says, you know, we better look at her once in a while, make sure she's okay. He says, Watson, just turn the thing around. So he turned it around, and wait a minute, what's going on here? She's gone, she's vanished. Holmes said, she can't, she's got to be here. They went up, they checked everything around the mantel, and she wasn't there. So he put the thing down, and he says, Holmes, he said, turn on the radio, there might be some news. So he picked up the radio, old-fashioned, you know, and he opened it up, and what did he come to? Oh, the old soap operas. Remember Oxydol's old mom, Perkins and all that. Changed the station, so he went to another one, and there were all the evening shows like Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy and all these people. Changed the channel, and now he was in his own territory. Even Sherlock was there himself. So Holmes says, I'll call around and see if I can find something. First thing he did, he called Superman. But Superman wasn't home, he was out that day. In fact, he was up on Krypton, you know, with his girlfriend, Lois Lane. And then he called Batman. Batman was out looking for Robin. And, the Green Hornet, he was all tied up in a hornet's nest. They finally called Spider-Man. They knew he slept a lot, so they let it ring and ring and ring. And pretty soon, He says, hello, who is this? He says, it's Holmes. Now Holmes didn't want to tell him too much because he wanted to find the Queen of Hearts. But maybe Spider-Man could help him. So, he says, what do you want? Well, they told him a little bit about the Queen of Hearts. He says, come on over. He says, maybe I can do something for you. So they ran over to the Spider-Man's house. And he says, would you just take the cover off on the sleeve here? So he took it off.
Ooh, right.
And there sat Spider-Man on his website.
Oh, Kaboomba.
And he said, well, wait a minute, I'll turn it on, and maybe I can warm it up a bit. So he warmed the thing up, and as he did, uh-oh, there was the Queen of Hearts. Is that what she's looking for? Oh, that poor thing said, I bet she was hiding in my junk mail. So anyway, he says, so cover me up again. So he covered him up again, and Holmes was furious because he wanted to find the Queen of Hearts. Anyway, he says, okay, we'll go home. Goodbye, Spider-Man. We'll see you later. And he crept over to the thing and listened. I think he's asleep. Yeah, he's spinning a new web. So he reached underneath over there and he removed the card, the Queen of Hearts. Then he palmed it again, and they ran home to Baker Street where they lived. When they got there, they took the card and they put it up on the frame. Now folks, that's the story for tonight. But be sure and turn on next Sunday night at 8 o'clock when his latest story will be the case of the missing Spider-Man.